Chapter 26. The Girl with the Double Dragon Tattoo. "You're awake, but you're supposed to be asleep for 1,000 years, cried Evie. "How?" Mal rubbed her eyes. It was true. She was awake. She wasn't cursed. Why was that? Then she realized, "Proof that you are my daughter. Prove that you are mine," her mother had ordered her. "Prove to me that you are the blood of the dragon. Prove you are worthy of that mark on your skin." The mark of the double dragon etched on her forearm. That had to be it. She held it up, showing the others. "It couldn't hurt me," said Mal. "My true name is Maleficent, like my mother. I am part dragon, so I am immune to the dragon's curse." "Lucky you," Chase said, eyeing the impressive tat. Mal smiled proudly down at the marking she bore. If she had been her father's daughter, weak, human, she would be asleep by now, for 1,000 years. But she wasn't. She was strong and awake and had proven to everyone that she was her mother's daughter. Hadn't she? And when she brought her mother the dragon's eye... But wait, where is it? Mal said, looking around accusingly at the trio. "I had it right in my hand." "Good question," said Jay, sounding a little wounded himself. "It's gone. When you grabbed it, there was a flash of light that blinded us for a second. And when we could see again, it was gone," said Carlos. He shrugged. "Easy come, easy go." The other three glared at him. "Easy?" Evie raised an eyebrow, looking as tough as she possibly could. Mal narrowed her eyes. "Jay, come on, hand it over." "I swear, I don't have it," said Jay, emptying his pockets to show her. "I planned to take it. I wanted to take it. I was even going to take it out of your own hands while you were sacked out. And," he shrugged, "I just didn't get around to it, I guess." "None of us have it," said Evie. She folded her arms, looking annoyed. "And by the way, you knew the curse was on that staff, and you had all of us come with you anyway. What was up with that?" Mal kicked a stone with her toe. "Yeah, I didn't really work out the plan very well. So why didn't you let me touch it then? Wasn't that your evil scheme all along?" Mal shrugged. "What are you talking about? I just didn't want you to. It wasn't yours to touch. Be honest, you were going to curse me, weren't you? You were going to let me touch that thing and end up taking the 1,000-year nap?" Evie sighed. Jay looked up. Carlos backed away instinctively. Mal knew neither one of them wanted to get anywhere near this conversation. She knew that because she felt the same way herself. "I guess that was the plan." Mal shrugged. "You don't have to explain yourself." Not to her. But she found strangely enough that she wanted to. "Is this still about the... you know?" Evie looked at her. "Come on." Mal was embarrassed. "I have no idea what you're talking about." "Sure you don't," Mal muttered. Even Carlos laughed. Mal glared at them. Evie rolled her eyes. "The party. My party. Back when we were little kids." "Who can remember that far back?" Mal said, sticking out her chin stubbornly. Evie looked tired. "I begged my mother to invite you, you know, but she refused. She was still too angry at your mother. They've competed for everything for as long as they've known each other." Mal nodded again. "I know. Because of that stupid election about who would lead this island, right?" Evie shrugged. "You know what they say. Magic mirror on the wall. Who's the biggest ego of them all?" Mal smiled in spite of the entirely awkward nature of the conversation. Evie looked her straight in the eye. "Look, my mom messed up, but the party wasn't that great, really. You didn't miss much. It wasn't a howler. Not anything like Carlos's at all." Evie smiled. "That's right. I'm legendary," Carlos said. Mal glared at him. "As if I didn't have to almost beat you into having that party." She looked back at Evie. "Look, I didn't mean to trap you in Gorella's horrible closet." Mal glanced at Carlos, adding, "The one she loves more than her own son." "Ha ha," Carlos said, not laughing at all. Well, sort of not laughing. Actually, he was kind of laughing. Even Jay was having a hard time keeping a straight face. Evie giggled as well. "Yes, you did." Okay, I did, Mal smiled. It's all right. Evie smiled back. I didn't get caught in any of the traps. Cool. And Mal, said Mal, even as she was embarrassed by her softness. Carlos sighed. Jay punched him in the gut with a grin. Come on. At least your mom doesn't only wear sweatsuits and pajamas. Let's not talk about it, said Evie and Mal almost in unison. Yeah, enough with the violins. We got a long walk home, Jay said, and I'm not all that sure that this place has a back door. Mal had a hard time keeping her mind on finding the way out of the fortress, though. She was soft, and she was worried. She had just saved someone's life. Practically. Hadn't she? What kind of self-respecting second-generation villain did anything of the sort? What had happened to her grand evil scheme? Why hadn't she just let Evie be cursed by Maleficent's scepter? Weren't princesses meant to sleep for years and years anyway? Didn't that basically come with the job description? What if my mom is right? What if Mal really was weak like her father, and worse, had a propensity for good somewhere in her black little heart? Mal shuddered as she walked along behind the others. No, if anything, being immune to the curse just proved she was definitely not her father's daughter. One day, she too would be Maleficent. She had to be. But whether she was Maleficent's daughter or not, she had failed. She was returning home empty-handed. Boy, did she not want to be around when her mother found out.